I was just saying that in the moment it is so brutal and painful, but I'm just smiling right now. I'm like, I want to like go like be everyone's friend. I want to go like call all my old friends. Like I'm doing really well right now. Yeah.
You're not. You're screaming and then yeah. Like I'm watching you while I'm watching your face and your facial expression of how far you can go, and then just like okay, he can take it, and then you just like this is the fence. The pain is right there, and then you jump off, and then I keep working on it. The pain is just like okay, release.
And that's what I appreciate. Is it feels like it's too much, but you just keep going, and that's what I need. That's what I need. That's totally what I need. Yeah. My name is Nicholas. I grew up here in Colorado. Currently back home for a few months. I'm about to go to Vancouver, Canada for a master's in English. Right now I'm just working on a farm and reading books. I came to Milo because I had some previous experience with Thai massage. As far as the massage modalities I've experienced, the Thai massage I had kind of blew the others out of the water completely. I had it in Vancouver. It was just amazing, and I was looking for it here, and I found Milo's website. And I read about his story, and I was really impressed by the tools and by his explanation of the methodology. I was impressed that he has spent so much time in Western medicine. He's spent time nursing, and so he kind of has an understanding of I think probably the violence of Western medicine to a large degree. I sought out massage because for a couple of reasons. I have a few physical problems that have been bothering me for a couple of years that I haven't had success with physical therapy. Had chronic thumb pain in both my thumbs that have been pretty difficult for me. My lower right leg from my hip to my knee and to my foot, I've kind of had a series of injuries with that I've been struggling with. But more than anything, I think I sought him out for mental health problems I've been having. Had a hard couple of years with relationships and with some deaths in the family, and I probably moved around like, I don't know, 6 or 7 times. I moved across the world, across the country, and it really just built up so much stress and anxiety in my body that I had almost no stress threshold, in the sense of, well, only a small amount of stress could kind of send me over, and I would have a panic attack, for example, and I just felt like I needed some body work, like something to do with my body. I've read about how trauma is stored in the body. I think therapy is really important, but I think it's not enough in a lot of cases. I came here and just had a great experience my first time. It hurt for sure, but I remember leaving and I was just smiling, and I wasn't trying to smile, but my body was just like happy about it, and I was just smiling like just not under my control. I just walked out of there smiling, and so of course I scheduled it again. And I think that second time he worked on my back, and I just realized how much like stress I have in my back. It was quite painful. But I left and I could feel light. I felt a lot lighter. I felt more confident, and then I scheduled again, and this time really impressed me. He worked on my arms because of my thumb pain is one of my biggest worries. I'll be at work, I'm like doing farming, and it just hurts. Almost everything I do, it hurts my thumb. It was maybe one of the most painful things I've ever experienced in my life. Wow, it's really stimulating the nervous system. It's really giving my body the signals it needs. It's really working out a lot of the tension I've held. I still feel it in my thumbs a little bit, but I can feel it getting better. And at the same time, he's giving me tools that I can use in my own personal life to help myself, right? So he's saying, if you have anxiety, like, don't just tap it. Like I've heard tapping, he says, really crush it out, like you gotta crush it out. And so I feel like he's helping me get to a point where I can maybe maintain this on my own. More than anything, I just am impressed that it's a healing modality. It's real healing, and that's something I've never had experience with in my life. in America, you know, like my dad was just popping painkillers, popping opioids, you know, just like his whole life. And I don't know, that's kind of the mindset I grew up with. And it's just been really nice for me to learn about the importance of pain in healing, as well as just like that healing is possible and not just kind of medicating symptoms.
In the previous session with you I know I scan a lot. I map it out your back, your shoulder, your neck, and where you hold the tensions, and then I was able to help you to release your the tensions in the back, the tightness, and then also the trauma or the trauma that you've been holding it, and then your arms. And today do you want to do it again, or we gonna touch base on some of your abdominal massage, or you go back again to the back and then the hands?
I think I'd like to focus on my stomach today.
Stomach today?
If that's okay, yeah. I think another problem I have is I tend to overeat a lot. Like when I'm anxious, I overeat, and I don't feel like I have a lot of sensitivity in my gut, you know, in the sense of literally eating food, but also in the sense of knowing how I feel about things. And so I think I would really benefit from some abdominal work.
Yeah, so the abdominal massage is a bit different. What I do, it's just really well, it's your first time, and I think I touched a little bit on your stomach last time. And it's quite there's a lot like layers of when I feel them, when I touch them, when I feel it, and then if there's lots of tensions, there's a lot of accumulations of fascia, it tends to hurt a little bit or more. So I want you to be ready and be conscious about what I'm doing, and be like feel it, and then why you're having pain in this area. And abdominal in the West is like not a practice here in the massage industry, and so a lot of men sometimes they're hesitant, or even men and women, they hesitant to touch the abdomen. So I'm going to map it out where exactly you're holding things, and then move the organs, you know, not moving like this, move like touch, like massage them, like touch it, feel it, and then break it up some fascia, and it comes out sometimes emotion. You know, some of my clients they cry a lot. They cry, and it's because of, it's not painful, but a lot of emotions that been got stuck, and then it releases it. You know, and yeah. So the last time you had session with me, how did that feel after? You know, I texted you how you feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I went home and I was in a lot of pain. I was really sore, but like I said, I felt a lot lighter. And during that session, I cried a little bit. I remember he was working my left arm, and I've heard about that, and I've even seen videos of people who are getting massage and just wailing, or like they just hit a certain spot, and it just and he was working right here on my left arm, and I started bawling. Oh my gosh! But I felt way better. I felt so much better.
So this one is it's in Chinese meridian. That's the pericardial meridian that I work with you. That's why you were kind of like emotional. You're very emotional. I tap into your like kind of trauma there, emotion. So we'll continue again when you're not continue. I touch base, but I'm gonna go deeper today on your belly. Okay?
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, right there. Right there.
Legit. Healing is right here. You want healing? Is right here. Talk to him 24 hours. He can tell you all the experience. Tell them about the pain, because pain in America, they are afraid. Pain is injury. It's not at all. It's healing.
Best thing money can buy. I am not a wealthy man, but this is worth it, because I don't know what else would be better to spend my money on than this. Seriously, honestly.